Hey everybody, I messed up. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this right now. Come on in here. There we are. That's better. Let me make that go away. Anyway, I don't know why it's not doing right. I'm running late. My nephew called from prison and he wanted to talk, and sometimes you just kind of need to let them talk. And I had something to tell him about making decisions, and it was kind of a good little discussion we had. I was really proud of him. So he's getting all things lined up for to recommendations for parole that he's got from some of the officers in the prison, and just some great stuff going on. This one guy took all his paperwork that he had collected, and he said it's been 2 years since he was up for parole. And in that 2 years' time, he has just done an about face. So Leanne just texted me, and she doesn't know I'm live, so maybe she'll get on here in a second. So get on in here, everybody. I gotta fix my shirt, and hair looks pretty good, and I got my makeup on, being called while I was putting makeup on. So get on in here. So it's Saturday morning. Do you know what you're doing for fun today? Yep, it's that day. It's Family Fun Day. It's a beautiful day out. The birds, I mean to tell you, we have our back door open, and the birds are just amazing. But I want to talk to you about flipping the switch. And Scott Adams talked about it this morning. He said his hypnosis instructor was an overweight man, and they tried. People in his class asked, why can't you just hypnotize yourself to not be overweight? And he said hypnotism works at the same rate any other system for losing weight works. Yep. Think about it. He said, until you decide, you can set up the systems. You can set up the systems. Somebody text Leanne and tell her we're on the show. You can set up the systems to lose weight. But unless you decide, unless you make the mental flip of a switch, it's not going to work. 2 weeks ago, I got rid of salt. I was telling Ben about it. You have to make the decision that you're not going to eat it. And all of a sudden, it was just laid out for me. Laid out in a linear fashion. There's Leanne. She kept messaging me, and I couldn't tell her where I was. In a linear fashion, that if I quit putting extra salt in my body, because there's enough salt in everything, quit putting extra salt in my body. Wow, I got dirty glasses. Quit putting the extra salt in my body. It's going to quit retaining the fluids, which is going to quit making my blood pressure go up. And the next time I go see the doctor, she may take me off my blood pressure medicine. I'm not going to do it by myself. That's not the smart thing to do. But I can. There, I can see myself now. But you got to flip the switch. And Scott was talking about that. His stepson passed away last year about this time from a drug overdose, and he and his ex-wife had him over the years. He got hurt as a teenager in a bicycle accident with a helmet on. He had a face plant and caused the injury, but it injured the part of his brain where he had no fear of anything. And he was always a tentative child, scared to do things, so he always wore his helmet and didn't do reckless stuff. But he got injured and was in a coma and in the hospital, and it was just a terrible thing that happened to their family and to this child. And as an 18-year-old, they couldn't do anything. They couldn't help him in any form or fashion. And it was just really, really sad. But they knew he was going to die, and they couldn't help it. They could not help him because he wasn't going to stop doing drugs. Because when he would go to rehab, he says, I still want to be with my friends. I still want to party. Well, we still want to be fat. But until we flip that switch that says we're going to make a difference, we're going to make a change in our lives, and it is going to be so amazing. I see it happening. I see it here. You know, my sister's stuff that I've got is changing things, but I see it here on my face. The 10 pounds that are gone. I saw the most disgusting picture this morning, and it wasn't a disgusting picture for the person that posted it. It was disgusting to me because she was holding something like 40 pounds of fat. And it made me nauseated. It made me nauseated because she's holding the 40 pounds of fat that she had lost. Well, I have 100 of those pounds, probably more than that. But guess what? I've lost 10. Slowly. Easy. And the last little slide that I've had has been from putting off the salt. Flipping the switch that says, I'm not going to eat salt. You can do the same thing with sodas. You can lose probably 30 pounds in a year's time if you quit eating sodas, drinking sugary drinks. You can do it, but you got to flip the switch that says, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm not going to be putting things into my body that's not going to fuel it properly. It's just like getting your house in order. Unless you flip the switch that says, I'm going to do Fly Lady's routines. I'm going to follow along with her. Can't follow two masters. I'm going to follow her. I'm going to do what she says. I'm going to read her messages. I'm going to change the way I think in here about housework. Because it's not really work. It's blessing your family. It's blessing you. And you just have to do it. Everybody deserves to have a clean toilet. So let's just focus on what we can do today to make things a little better tomorrow. Yesterday, Leanne and I had a little issue last night with explosive diarrhea. I'll just put it like it was bad. It was bad after we got back from dinner. And Leanne suggested that, maybe I don't need to fast all day. Yesterday was fasting Friday for me. So she's going to help me figure out like a 2 to 3 ounce break the fast smoothie that I can make. And it's going to help me not have this dumping syndrome because I don't have a gallbladder. My gallbladder was taken out in 1990, so that's almost 30 years ago. Half of my life I've been without a gallbladder. So it's just, I flipped the switch on the salt. I flipped the switch on no sweet drinks. Many years ago, I gave up sodas many years ago. I rarely, I mean, probably once a year, have a soda. That's it. If that. And I still need to lose. But I'm not beating myself up. I have a plan. I'm following this plan. I'm doing it, and the switch is flipped. I don't think you can drink too much coffee. I have 1 cup of really strong coffee in the morning, and that's all I really need. Occasionally I'll have a 2nd cup, but mainly it's 1 cup. 1 cup of amazing coffee. Because my sweet darling makes it for me. But what is your switch that you need to flip? What is it? What is it? Some people have to flip a switch, and they have to have surgery to flip that switch. I'm not going to do surgery because I can't be put to sleep. I'm going to do this. I am doing this. So what is your switch? Is it potatoes? I mean, people have been going nuts over this fake hamburger. Fake hamburger. You know what that stuff is made of? It's made of potatoes and salt. I don't evening snack. I've never have. Yeah, MSG is not good for me. I don't know. I'm something, or honey. I have an issue with honey too. Honey and MSG. There's a protein in honey that I'm allergic to that just goes bad. But hey, I did a total body flush last night. And I didn't lose any weight. Really, I didn't. I was still the same weight today that I was yesterday. And all I had was sauerkraut and a salad and a schnitzel at dinner. So I don't know what what people are talking about when it comes to this no meat chicken nuggets. It's all processed. It's processed. Now, Leanne and I were talking the other night about making a pizza, a chicken parm pizza. Now, we saw this online, and I showed it to her, and she said, "Oh, we're doing this. We are doing this." They took chicken meat, put it in a food processor, and made mush out of it. And then they put it in a pan, a pizza pan, and I think we're going to use an iron skillet, and mashed it down in there on a piece of parchment paper so you can get it out. What is schnitzel? Schnitzel is a deep fried, which was probably my problem. A deep fried piece of beef. Little thin. It's like country fried steak for those of you who live in the South, except it's made with a few little breadcrumbs, but we're not going to use breadcrumbs on our chicken parm. We're going to use all we're going to use is pork rinds. Pork rinds. Schnitzel is German. Yep. So we're going to use that as a breading. Freeze it, egg wash it, fry it in a little bit of oil in an iron skillet, flip it over, and then put our pizza sauce and our fixings. Yay. It's not going to be a cheat because it's going to be meat and be very few carbs. But you still have to flip the switch. And you can't go hog wild. You really can't go hog wild. You can't do it. I can't imagine making your own veggie burgers. Well, pork rinds are all meat. It's like bacon. Super bacon. Really crispy bacon. I don't know if Leanne, are you doing a show at 1 o'clock? I haven't heard you say, so put it in here if you are. But we have to make the decision. We have to flip the switch. And what is weird about flipping the switch, you're just not going to believe this. What is weird about flipping the switch is I have no desire for salt. I ate a baked potato the other day at Leanne's house, a little baked potato with no salt. None. None. Didn't even want it. And it's just blown me away that I haven't had the urge for salt. None. So we can do this. We have to flip the switch. I was telling Ben about the switch, and he was scared, that I was going to quit taking my blood pressure medicine. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to watch my blood pressure, and if it starts going down, I'll feel it, and I'll talk to my doctor about it, and she'll change my medication or take me off of it. But when you lose a few pounds, it changes everything. Yep, I think that's probably it. Deep fried anything. Salt, I was the salt queen. I even have a crown to prove it. But I don't need it anymore. Something clicked in here. Just like when I read the book, Why We Get Fat, something clicked in here. Leanne gave me that book. Something clicked here that said, if you eat a carb, your insulin is going to come out. Insulin is a hormone. That hormone causes you to store fat. So everything you eat gets stored instead of being used for fuel. Food is fuel. If you put bad gas in your car, what's going to happen? It's not going to run. We learned this from Terry Walls. I mean, Leanne and I are blessed to know Terry. She took a debilitating disease and eliminated it from her life by changing the fuel she puts in her body. And Leanne can post a link to her book. She's going to be revising the book. She keeps learning more and more stuff. So let's not claim that we have to have carbs. We don't need carbs. We don't. But she ate 7 plates of greens every day. 7 plates of greens. I really don't think I could become a vegetarian because my doctor really wants me to be a vegetarian, but you got to understand, doctors don't know nutrition. I have my own nutritionist right up the mountain, right there. She's less than 2 miles away from me. And when I had the issue last night, we discussed it at length. At length. She helped me to understand what was happening. And it doesn't happen often, but when it does, I didn't get the super sickness that I usually get if it's an MSG problem. So we can flip this switch. I ate very few carbs last night at dinner. Very few. So we can flip this switch. I mean, Leanne and I have been thinking about going to the fair this week, and we're doing our hot melt sprint, and we don't want to mess up with what we're doing. But there is one place we can eat at the fair, Leanne, and it's called McBride's, and I'm excited to introduce you to McBride's. They have a lot of grilled stuff there. They have these big char grills going, and they have turnip greens and some good stuff there. And it's all about picking and choosing. Picking and choosing. But the hot melt sprint is practically started happening at my house already. Because I think it happened when I flipped the switch on the salt. Flipped the switch on the salt. Well, maybe we should just go tonight to the fair. That could be fun. Let's just do it. It's the second day of the fair. There'll be a big crowd there. I got to override the fact that I don't like to be around big crowds, but we could still do it. So, y'all, think about what switch you need to flip today. What is your addiction? Mine was salt. Mine was carbs. Mine was Arnold Palmer's with unsweet tea. I thought, oh, I'm doing okay. I'm putting unsweet tea in it. But half of my drink was sweet. So you know what I've learned to do? I've learned to do lemon juice. Not just lemon juice, but lemon packets and lime packets in my tea that have no sweet in it, but they have the tart taste. The tart taste. We can flip the switch. No, write down. Is it, Leanne posted something the other day about, and Robert told me about it too, about this teenager who ruined his eyesight because all he would eat was carbs, Pringles, processed food. I think he did eat some kind of sausage. But join us on this hot melt sprint. We're starting on Monday. I can't imagine using essential oils in your water. I just can't do it. I don't know why you would do that. They just don't have a clue why anybody would put essential oils in their water. That doesn't sound healthy to me because they're external. Orange packets are good. This company that I use with the little packets, it's real lemon, real something. It's in little packets. They have orange too. I think they even have watermelon and other things. What's the hot melt? Go to savingdinner.com/sprint. Sign up for Leanne's messages. It's free, y'all. It is free. She's giving it all to us. We would be crazy not to jump in on this with her and me. We're doing it. We are doing it. And it's sort of a jump start to be. It's giving you a head start on something. It's kind of like your before bed routine. It gives you a head start on your tomorrow. So what can we do today to make tomorrow a little better? What is it that we can do today? We can fill up our water bottles and put them in the refrigerator. I have a pitcher of ice cold water in my filtered water in my refrigerator, ready to go to fill up my water bottle. I have my tea ready. My pitcher of tea is ready that I can, my hot water is, flip the switch. All I gotta do is heat the water up and put my tea bag in my cup. I have to pick out the cup. That's a big deal for me. And we're just going to give us a head start. Give us a head start on this plan we're going to be doing for the next few weeks. Yep, it's going to give us a head start. And being mindful how we cheat. There is no cheating. There is no cheating. There's no cheat days. You either do it or you don't. You're either pitiful or powerful, but you can't be both. That's the quote this week from Joyce Myers that Leanne told us about. You can't be both. You can't cheat and have a system that's going to work for you, because it's not going to work. You can't cheat and do this. Now, you can plan for moving your food around, but you can't go hog wild and eat a huge bowl of pasta and expect that you're going to achieve that vision you're looking at. You can't do it. You can't follow two masters. You can't follow the carb king and low carb. You can't follow two. Now, you can add a salad with some good fat in it, like a little bacon, little flavor to your spinach salad. It's just absolutely amazing what you can do with a little bacon bits. And it makes you feel satiated. It's not like you're eating green leaves with no flavor. Another thing, another great flavor, radishes. Hot, peppery radishes are wonderful. So we just have to add flavor to the food we're eating. And here's the big one here. We are like a steam shovel putting food in our mouths. And for the last week, Leanne and I have been matching bite for bite our guys. Bite for bite. And you know, last night I finished about the same time Robert finished, instead of being finished way early. Slow and steady. Bite. Take smaller bites. Cut smaller pieces. Chew them well. Have a conversation with your mouth. Make sure you know food in your mouth. Put your fork down. Slow down. Slow down. You eat too fast. You got to make this moment last. Enjoy the meal. Not, I got to hurry up and get finished because the kids are going to need me. They need to be at the table too. Slowing down as well. And chewing their food. These are all things that we've been watching this week. Yesterday at lunch, Robert just had one peach for lunch. And I'm thinking, he must have got on the scale today and his weight was a little higher, so he's cut back. No, we overslept yesterday. We didn't get up till about 10 o'clock, so he didn't have breakfast till close to 11, and he likes to have lunch. He likes to have his meals at a specific time. I may have to look into that, but I'm not ready to do that because I'm still listening to my body when I'm hungry. That's the best thing I ever did, was start listening to my hunger pangs and understanding when they were real and when they weren't real. Thank you, Sue, so much. Sue says, I haven't done today's day 7. Day 7. Your before bed routine. This is the book. Day 7. Your before bed routine. Pick out your clothes for tomorrow. So you're going to church tomorrow. You can pick out your whole outfit. Put it on a hanger. Get it in the bathroom ready to put on. Don't wait till the last minute to put your clothes on before heading out to church. Here's why. Just put a house coat over them. Put a big t-shirt on over your clothes. You can do that with your kids too when you feed them breakfast. And you don't want to send the kids to church without any food in their belly. Just like you don't want to send them to school without something to eat. Pick your clothes out before you go to bed. But you don't have to wait till bedtime to do it. You can do it right now. So everybody, I want you to go pick your outfit out for tomorrow. You got it? Now let me give you the quote of the day. Our routines give us a different type of power. Yep. It is the power of peace. You can do this. I did it. Routines changed my life. Routines changed Leanne's life. Routines are the system that keep this well-oiled machine and my home in order. Routines do that. We can do it too. I just can't get over the difference I see here in my face. And it's just been in the last week I've noticed the difference. I can't wait for this hot melt sprint. I really can't. I really can't. I'm excited Join us. Go to savingdinner.com/sprint. Put your name on Leanne's email list and you will get all the stuff. Everything's there for you to print out. And we're going to do this. She's got a great soup recipe. She's working on an essay that I can send out to everybody. Don't forget that essay you promised me today, or pull something for me. And let's do this on Monday, starting Monday. Yep, starting Monday. We're gonna do this hot melt sprint. And we're also going to do our flights up and down the steps. We're going to stay focused. Focused. I know I'm being a cheerleader right now, but guess what? I'm cheerleading me. Because I need to hear it. I need to hear it more than anybody. Because I want to be here for a long time to help you. We're going to get rid of some carbs. We're going to flip the switch that needs to be flipped. You know what switches those are? I can't imagine doing 30 flights, Leanne. I can't get there just yet. Maybe when I can do 18, but that's pushing it. And then I'm really sore the next day. But we're going to put this together, and not just on ourselves. We're going to put it together in a book. And it's going to give you lots of tips and lots of wonderful things. And yep, I forgot to tell you to share our video. Please share our video. And Justin and I we let go of our perfectionism yesterday, and we made a quick video. It's 3 minutes long about all the tools in our complete cleaning package. That's going, probably by the end of the month, this sale is going to be gone. It's going to be ending soon. We haven't picked a date yet, but it will probably be either next week or shortly. So you got to have movement for your heart. You're not moving to use up calories. That is a misnomer. But you're moving to strengthen your heart. And when your heart is strong, when you get off your butt and move every 15 minutes doing something, just think about how many flights of stairs or how many laps around your living room that you can get in 1 minute, every 15 minutes. One day I just did one flight 4 times an hour. Look at that. One flight every 15 minutes. I set my timer and I go and do it. When the timer goes off, I go and do it while the timer's beeping. Because I have a bad habit to flip my timer, set it right back for 15 more minutes, and then not get up. So I have to go do the flights while the timer is beeping, beeping, beeping. Yep. Where there's a wheel, and the wheel is the switch, you have to flip. The wheel is the switch. Flip the switch. You can do it. Well, most everybody can go downstairs. I go downstairs every day because my wash and dryer's downstairs. I'm not telling you to do super sprints going up and down the stairs. I'm telling you to walk at a decent pace. Now, if you have knee issues, you can't do that. But guess what? You can do the 4-minute workout. You can do that. You don't have to ask your doctor to walk down a flight of steps. Because they're in our life, unless you have handicap ramps everywhere. So flip the switch. I'm kind of looking at my face as if it were a switch plate, and there's a nose. Let's flip the switch. Let's see. Okay, folks. Let's get some stuff done. Let's go have some fun today. Let's enjoy this day that God has given us. And please say a prayer for Benjamin. Send him a card. He's really ready to get out on parole. So send Benjamin a card and wish him well and tell him how proud you are of him. He's been clean and sober for 4 years. And prison did that for him, but prison is full of awful food, y'all. It's the worst food you could ever think about to feed a person. The worst. If we'd revise what prisoners eat, they might get well. They might actually get well. It's the awfulest stuff I've ever seen. We don't know yet. His parole hearing is next Monday, a week from Monday, the 16th. So please, please, please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He's been really sick. I need prayers for that too. He's got a urinary tract infection and they won't give him medication. And he can't go to the hospital because if he goes to the hospital, it messes with his parole. He says he won't get to come up for another 2 years, and he needs to get out and be thankful that he's going to this wonderful place in Knoxville. I'm excited. Carbs are cheap. That's why they feed them cheap food. Yes, I'm going. I wouldn't miss it for the world. So, I love you all. I will see you at 3 o'clock. And we might do something from the fair. Who knows? That could be fun, Leanne. We could do a little video from the fair. Talk to you later. Bye.